Alright, morning everyone. Yeah, we're back at this. Where we have another one to do, essentially. There's our master artisan. You'll be happy to hear students have been quite pleased with their meals of late, thanks to no small part to your luncheon covers. When they attended the studium, Alice would always request her meals be prepared, while Alphino was always quite happy to say his appetite would argon loaf each and every day. A peculiar trait he inherited from his father, or is it just trying, or was that just Alphino trying to appease his father? There is a matter I wish to discuss with you. Hmm? Concerns Mila. I fear she may be having difficulty with spellcraft. It is a complex art that cannot be learned quickly, nor put through pure effort. One must have the aptitude for it. Fortunately, from what I've observed, Mila appears to have not only the capacity to wield magic, but also a clear understanding how it works, in theory at least. At least, and as you have seen yourself, she holds a strong desire to succeed. But I fear her determination is merely born of stubbornness, which each passing day she returns home later and later. Least you wonder, being the considerate soul that she is, Mila always sends word in advance. Even today, she notified me that she would be studying on campus until late. I understand all too well the desire to prove oneself, but it should never come at the cost of one's own health. I must speak with her immediately before she falls ill or worse. You may think me overprotective, but she is still just a child. I have a duty to look after her, both as a mother and a friend. Yet the studium is ever so large, is it not? I would be eternally grateful if you would help me search for her. I can do that. Wonderful. You need but say the word. I am ready to leave at a moment's notice. The champion! So, yet there's so much to be done if she is to ensure students enrolled in the Alcana Homestead program feel her home. And old Charlene. To that end, Amelius has a new favor to ask of you. Wait, I thought we were gonna go look for it. There it is. A new quest is continuing. Continuing the story. Okay. Another's love. Please do worry. I've informed Merlid to wait here in case Mila returns home before we find her. With that, let us be off. Oh, I can scarcely wait to see the look on her face when we arrive. Oh. Is it strange that having come all this way, I only now begin to have second thoughts about my plan to surprise Mila? Surely she would be glad to see us more so, I should say. We were to see you in the lead. You're fine too, kind. Thank you. Phenomenon is where she'll most likely be, so I suggest we start there. Start there. Well, company. I should have known she would not be here. There is rarely an opportunity to remain idle at the study of after all. She did mention some matter of practical training today. However, perhaps we can find her at Baker's Meet. Oh, or failing that, we could ask if any students have seen her. But my, how wonderful it is to walk through these halls again. So many fond memories. Perhaps you would get a story or two? Oh boy. I wish I could, but I'm still tired. And it's discuss. It was the twins' graduation when last I was here. Unfortunately, an emergency forum meeting prevented Forshahan not from attending. I'd never seen Alice in such a foul mood. Alvaro realized, tried to put on a brave face, saying he understood the demanding duty of the forum, but a mother knows when her child is hurting. Forshahan, Forshahan was no better. Would that you could have seen it. He spent an entire day with Alfredo in the kitchen, baking batch after batch of ginger cookies for Alice, in an amusing attempt to cheer her up. Oh. Something the matter if you're hungry. I have other art attendants at the... no? No. I can make my own food. I'm sorry, did you need someone? Please forgive us for our intrusion. Would you perhaps happen to know where we could find Mylodine? She's a student newly arrived from Thavnir. Ah, but how rude of me. I am her host mother, Emilian Slavier. Emilian Slavier? Yes, of course, Melanie. She's in the same course as me. She usually heads over to the Pavilion by Norma to study on her own after a class. Perfect. She hadn't be hard to find. My apologies again for the disturbance. No problem at all. It's an honor to meet you, my lady. We've no time to lose. Let us make for the Pavilion. Near something? I am so tired because of... Yeah, we have another one. As a student, my studies are centered on the arcane. Fortunately, meanwhile, studied the art of semantics, a dreadfully difficult discipline undertaken by those who aspire to become sages. Oh, this semantics. One fateful day, he and I found ourselves working together on an equipment. I've never worked closely with him before, but I knew him well by reputation. He was said to be unbelievably stubborn, unapproachable, and overall quite insufferable. All of which turned out to be true. Naturally, I wished to learn everything about him. My God. He was always so flustered whenever we spoke, averting his eyes this and that, this way and that. It was all so very amusing and peculiar to even think of it begs for laughter. Probably the best that we keep this conversation between ourselves. You wish to know about Nora Noma? No. Numenon? Oh, there's not much to tell. These those dusty old halls, though, I suppose they are now, without a memorable moment or two. I once ventured there in the dead of night for some last-minute research. The deadline for my thesis was close at hand, you see. The corridors were dark and empty, with naught but the soft echo of my footsteps to keep me company. And suddenly a shadow phantom appeared before me as if from the very void itself. Much to my surprise, a phantom it was not. Nay, 'tis Forgerant. Under the veil of his vanish spell, he'd been sneaking around the forbidden archives. Gods, the look on his face. He near died from embarrassment. Speak of this to no one, I beg you. He cried, I oblige, but on the condition he takes me in. He take me to dinner. I trust you understand he's not to hear a word of this conversation. Right. There she is, but she doesn't seem quite herself. Mila? Lady Amaranth and Ronald as well? Oh no, is something wrong? Not at all, my dear. Everything is quite alright. Ronald and I merely wish to check on you. It is getting rather late after all. You must be famished. I'm sorry for making you worry. I just got so absorbed in what I was doing. What are you doing? Oh. I take it you've been using the mammoth there to practice your healing? Yes, but to be perfectly honest, it hasn't been going well. The mammoth is designed specially to respond to healing magics. Rather than risk a danger or practice on a living patient, students use puppets, such as these. When a spell is successful, the mammoth will rise to its feet. Observe. Huh. I had to learn the hard way. Oh, it would have been funny if it didn't get up, because that would have been something's wrong with that thing. Lady Emma, that was simply incredible. Such grace and precision without expending an ounce of excess energy. It was absolutely perfect. Yet no matter what I do, the mammoth refuses to even move. I've been trying to so hard to prove my mother wrong, but maybe she was right. Maybe I never should have convinced myself that I could master healing magics. I came all this way and accomplished nothing. You've been so kind to me, Lady Emirates. But I didn't want to waste any more. I don't want to waste any more of your precious time. Perhaps it's best if I return home. Nothing could be further from the truth. You think so too, don't you? Simply not true. Please cheer up, Mia. Are you making it speak, Lady Emerald? Parents are always thinking of their children. Your mother surely wants the best for you. I know that, I do truly. That's why I'm afraid of disappointing her. You are not a puppet. You need not dance to your mother's tune. You have determination, passion, and a wonderful dream. Besides, always doing as one is told is not easy. Take it from me, I'm an expert. Ooh. That's hardly something to brag about. There's the darling smile I've come to admire. Mila, there is no doubt in my mind that a brilliant, hard-working young lady like yourself would make a fine alchemist. Your mother surely saw the same and simply wished for you to walk an easier path, a path where your success would be assured. But with great resolve and determination, you fought to pursue your own way forward. This is part of what it means to become an adult. After a child strikes out on their own, a mother can only pray they find happiness. I know not what this is. Whoa, whoa, no. Okay, we're safe. I know not. Perhaps a light stroll might help me to collect my thoughts before I make any rash decisions. Then we shall take a leisurely walk back to the estate. I would much rather hear your decision once we are returned. You're like to come down with something if you stay outdoors over long. I still gotta get that blue bird. It's a minion that's in the last Endwalker dungeon. But it's so rare, apparently. Like, people have run hundreds, have ran it. There are people that have apparently run it hundreds of times and yet never dropped. And if it does, you have to fight against 3 other people for it, so... I've decided I'm gonna finish what I started. If there came a day when a life I could have saved was lost because I gave up now, I'd never be able to forgive myself. And more than that, I want to repay the support and kindness you both have shown me. I want to make you proud. That is, if you will still have me. Come now, I hardly need ask. You shall ever be welcome here, Mila, and have our unwavering support. Have you any sage counsel for our aspiring weaver of magics here? Oh, God. Oh, God. First comes. You always have this. Practice makes. What a say it. Wow, if worst comes to worst, you always have your fists. No way, punching things is out of the question. Oh wait, I see. You're saying a strong mind requires a strong body. One cannot hope to refine our magic without the fortitude to do so, after all. One last word of advice from a former student of the studium. Set aside practicing healing incantations for the time being, and focus solely on manipulating the mammoth. Magic is the power to convert one's ether into tangible phenomenon. The key is to visualize precisely what it is you wish to bring forth. I believe your problem stems from the lack of a solid image in your mind's eye. When practicing the art of healing, what do you envision? I don't know, really. I've been so caught up with trying to perfect the technique, I hadn't given it any thought. The focus on manipulating the mammoth may be just what you need. You can concentrate on clear images like making it walk, run, or sit. With enough practice and repetition, More abstract concepts such as the inner workings of healing a wound should become easier to conceive. I see the whole process just seemed so complex that I but that's in the past. From now on I'm gonna focus on visualizing everything step by step. That's the spirit, but do take care not to push yourself too hard. For now, I think a hot bowl of soup is precisely what you need. That's a Tavnarian recipe, so I hope it offers a taste of home. And that should be the end of that. Oh, no, we're not still here. I cannot thank you enough for accompanying me today. I admit, I may have lost track of time in all the excitement. Now then, if Mila and the other students are to continue their training, I believe it prudent we prepare a new set of mammoths. Those recruit or make are more troublesome to manipulate, and thus I must ask you that you fashion etheroconductive units to replace them. With a mammoth of good quality, Mila should be able to grasp how to manipulate her ether rather quickly, and I shall be beside her, ready to help at every turn. Yay! We're almost. Okay, so. How are you? If you're ever in need of respite, you can always welcome here. As discussed, I would like many mammoths. It just so happens I have 3 of them for the moment. As you know, mammoths are invaluable tools for helping students gauge their capacity for ethereal manipulation. Everything from their clothes down to their very core must be highly conductive to ether if we are to observe clear results. Now, if you allow me to expect, yes, this appears to be significantly sensitive to ether. The students will be pleased to have a mammoth so well suited to practice their healing magics. Oh. Oh, this is not good. Oh, is it? Will it be halfway? I mean, even if it's not, if it's 1/3, I can still pull it off next week. Thank you, Ronald, not only for procuring supplies, but for believing in my vision. After everything I've heard of your great... Oh, this is the... That's just them letting me know, hey, you're done for the week. Okay, so next week it would be done. Yep. So it takes 4 weeks, I think? Or yeah, 4 weeks. Holier than Mog Palm. So you're fishing up parks, it looks like? Algae, that shares... Oh, that's algae, apparently. Weird. Well, that's it. We're done. That's it for the week. I'll continue this next week. That's storyline, at least. Oh, nice. You're going home. Yeah, that's all. So that's it for now. See everyone later.